Welcome to Bhardwaj Brothers and to a new video. This time we're going to be exploring Wyoming to the fullest. Behind me we're going to be entering the Grand Teton National Park, and in the upcoming videos we're going to be going to the famous Yellowstone Park. I cannot wait to go. Today is a new day and we are in Idaho, and today we are doing the Pack Saddle Lake in Idaho. We did off-roading by car and then we came to the trailhead, and now we did a really nice trail down to the lake. almost completed the Pack Saddle Lake Trail, and behind me you can look at the beautiful trail and the mountains behind it.
Teton mountain, and in the middle part it's full of glaciers. Let's take a closer look.
From another day at Grand Teton National Park. Behind me is the Grand Teton and the glacier. We reached the lake by just walking 3 minutes from the visitor center, and as you can see behind me, you might have seen some boats, and those are boat shuttles, and you can take a boat shuttle from the dock over there where other people are putting their own kayaks, and from there you can take the boat shuttle to the other side of the lake where you can hike to the inspiration point, and you can also hike to inspiration point from the visitor center by just going around the lake and then hiking to inspiration point, which is about 5 miles or so. But if you take the boat shuttle, it's gonna be about 1.8 miles if you have less time. Come to the Lakeview picnic area, and if you would look on to my left side over here, you would see the majestic
Jenny Lake, and it's outstanding, especially on the mountains which surround it and Grand Teton Mountain. And this is one of the most popular spots in Grand Teton National Park. Right now we're gonna have a delicious lunch with fresh fruits and everything which we ever wanted up here.
If you would notice the size difference, it is way bigger than Jenny Lake and String Lake and Leigh Lake. Look at the huge size difference. Now we have come to the Lakeview picnic area, and onto my left side you would see the Jackson Lake, and bordering it is snow-capped mountains. This is the Jackson Dam, and behind me you can see at the sheer force of the water. This water is coming from the Jackson Lake, and it produces electricity. You can also partially look at the mountains over there.